Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Emily. I'm a mom who loves home decor, thrifting, and a good DIY project. Today we are doing a fun furniture flip. We are doing a dresser makeover, and actually this is kind of gonna be a new series on my channel, I guess you could say. This video is gonna be a bit more of a tutorial and concise and a little less chatty on my part. Now I'm still kind of chatty, so we'll see if I can make this a little more concise for you guys. I wanted this as a resource that if somebody was searching for how to flip a dresser in kind of the style that we're going for, that they could find this video, follow the steps. I'm excited to see what other fun tutorials I can bring you guys in the future. But before we dive into things, if you're not already, feel free to follow me on Instagram at EmilyFaith22. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, hit that bell notification so you guys don't miss a single video. Comment down below and let me know if you like this new tutorial video idea that we will have more of in the future. To start, we found this $40 dresser at our local Habitat for Humanity. I was on the hunt for a pine dresser, and when I found this one, I thought it had great bones. It was a beautiful piece as is. I wasn't in love with the floral details somebody put on it, so my plan was actually just to go home, sand off kind of like the florally details, and maybe give the whole thing a sand to clean it up and just use the dresser as is. But as I got sanding, pretty much immediately I realized that there was a very thin layer of pine. I don't know how that works, but as soon as I started sanding, I was hitting like particle board or MDF, I don't know, but it's like the chippy wood underneath, and I realized, okay, this is not like a true pine thick dresser, at least the top isn't. And I also quickly realized as I was sanding that this whole wood piece had a whitewash on it, and that the wood was coming out kind of multicolored. There was a lot of strips of red, and it wasn't the beautiful pine that I had thought it was. That got me brainstorming, and I made a whole new plan for this dresser. I have been obsessed with old vintage pine dressers and wardrobes for a couple months now. I've been on the hunt for them, which led me to want to grab this pine dresser, although it's definitely not vintage. But what I love about these pieces is the color of them and the bun feet. They have these great feet that just have character, and I love them. My goal is to take this $40 dresser and make it look a little bit more like these old English pine dressers. We are gonna paint, because we got to do something about this particle board that's showing through. Step one is to sand the whole thing down. We got to get to the raw wood, whether you're leaving it the raw wood if you have a gorgeous piece, or if you plan to paint it like I am. Next step is to patch any areas that are needing it. In hindsight, I could have patched even more. There's a lot of little nicks in this dresser that came out that I didn't see originally. If you are planning on painting, patch up all the problem areas and any nicks or dings that you might see. Now, step 3 is kind of the big transformation that we're doing. I want to remove the entire base of this dresser. So we are going to remove the molding around the whole bottom. You might get lucky and have molding that just pops right off and isn't structural. I've seen this on a handful of dressers. And so if that's the case, just pop yours off and move on to the next step. When we flipped our dresser over, we realized that this trim was structural. There was some pieces on top. We removed those, and we found our structural support that we needed to remove. Then you're going to cut off any extra remaining length that needs to be removed. Next in our process, we needed to replace the lower back support. It was damaged. And since we removed most of the support of this dresser, we went in with an extra piece of wood to re-support the back of this dresser. To do this, we took the wood, used some PL glue for support, and some screws. I did go in later, although I forgot to film it, and used some wood filler to hide all the screws. Now that the whole base of our dresser has been removed, it's time to add some new feet. I found on Amazon these beautiful bun feet. They have a little bit of character. They're not just the full round bun feet. There was actually a handful of ones I could have chosen from on Amazon. I will link these exact ones down below. I really liked these and I thought they would be a good fit for this dresser. These bun feet did not come with the screws already in them. You can buy some with the screw attachments already in it, but these ones did not. So I did separately buy plates for them as well. Again, I will link it all down below for you. So to attach the screws and the plates together, what we needed to do was you're gonna take the foot. We used a drill bit that was a tiny bit smaller than the thread bolt itself. Once the hole was drilled, you're going to insert the thread bolt into the leg. We just took a hammer, hammered it in. I don't know if that's how you're supposed to do it, but it didn't come with any directions, so it worked. Next, you are going to attach the plates to the bottom of the dresser, and you simply twist on your bun foot into the plate. The last step in this process is to paint. I wanted to go in and prime the dresser, and I had a little bit of extra white priming spray paint, so I gave it a little spray. I didn't have enough, and I realized if this is a tutorial, really you should fully prime your dresser. So I guess technically I didn't do that. I'm cutting corners here. I did give it like I half primed it, okay? I half primed it. I grabbed these two sample paints from Home Depot, took them home, trying to decide which one I wanted. I ended up going with this buckwheat flower color. I actually needed to grab an extra one to cover our whole dresser. They're only like $4.50 to buy a little sample of paint. And I just went in and painted the whole dresser. I did have to do kind of multiple layers to cover it all. I think if you fully primed it, you might have to do as many layers. I did flip the dresser upside down to make sure I fully was able to paint the feet, and I painted the knobs off of the dresser as well. The only thing left to do is put this dresser back together. Do you guys remember how this dresser looked when we started? And here is how it turned out. I am so happy with this $40 furniture flip. This dresser turned out so cute. It is for my baby girl's nursery and I just love it. One of the nice things about being able to use a newer dresser in her room is that the drawers slide so much nicer. I'm super happy with how this dresser turned out. It may not be the vintage English pine dresser of my dreams, but for $40, it is giving me the look that I want and I genuinely love it. It's going to look so cute in her room when her room is all finished. That should be coming up in the next month or two, whenever we get around to it. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you guys liked it and would like to see more tutorials like this, comment down below. Thanks again for watching. I hope you have a great day and I will see you next time. Bye!